Is there supposed to be sound? Ah! There's briefly a sound. That was weird. Wait, does this game actually not have sound in the... Does it just go to the screen silently? Hey, we're trying Super Seducer as requested by Patreon subscriber Levricon. I see a trend here with you guys being all like house party, dad, dream daddy, and Super Seducer almost back to back.
Hey mate, Richard La Ruina, your friendly neighborhood seduction guru here, and welcome to Super Seducer. I'm so excited to be getting it into your hands. We had a fantastic time creating it, and I hope that you have a real blast playing it. But it's also going to be really interesting, I hope, and psychologically challenging, because we used real dating principles in coming up with the game. So go ahead, jump in there, and finally, thank you so much for buying it, and I hope you really enjoy it.
Friendly neighbor. What neighborhood? Who lives in a neighborhood where the neighbors are like, hey, check out my ridiculous film set expensive looking ass house? It's back to silence again? Yeah, my volume's up. Weird. Weird. Did you not think it's weird just to have the title screen be completely silent? All right, advice. Now let's just go in story mode. Girl on the street. There's completion percentages. 2 girls in bar. It was spelled with the number 2 instead of the word 2. Dance club dance floor. Girl sitting in coffee shop. Friend to girlfriend. First date Alexa. Direct date game. What? Wingman, office, first date, Kate. What is... I can't stress enough how weird this scrolling is when you're on controller. Huh. Alright, girl on the street it is. You're walking and a girl catches your eye. Can you stop her, get her to talk to you, and make her want to see you again? Goal, instant date. Jeez. Yeah, just randomly accost people on the street. They love it. As somebody that's been playing way too much Pokemon Go and walking on the street for hours every day, yeah, people really want to talk and are yeah. Definitely not like an awkward pass by every single time. Oh, it just ends. Okay. Yo, what up, girl? Walking with her. Oh no. Walk next to her. Wait until she's past you, then talk to her. Pretend to be blind. Wolf whistle. Talk to her from a few meters in front of her and slightly to the side. I mean, I have to know what pretend to be blind means.
Whoa.
Very funny, but, you know, in most cases, she's just going to brush you off.
People would normally pretend to be blind by having a stick, too. That's just a weird moment. He just looks like he just became spontaneously blind 5 feet in front of me and started doing the mummy walk. Yo, what up, girl? This is be bad.
Yo, what up, girl? Can I just talk to you for a second? Where you headed?
Busy.
Yeah? Come back here.
Oh no, I don't like it.
Not right. You want to stop her and talk to her when she's stationary. You don't want to walk with her. It's kind of weird, and then you can never tell if she wants to talk to you or not. So either stop her and talk to her. If she keeps walking, let her go.
You're implying you can't tell if she wants to talk to you or not? She does not want to talk to you. That's why she's running from you. Talk to her a few meters in front of her and slightly to the side. It's very specific, so it's probably the answer.
That's correct. When you stop a girl on the street, you need to be directly in front of her and also leave enough space so that she can slow down and comfortably stop.
The scene didn't. Okay, I guess it'll happen now. I'm like, nothing happened. It just cut and was like, you did it. I'm like, good. I don't feel like I succeeded at anything. Oh, this brings back horrible memories because I worked at Best Buy, and these kinds of incredibly artificial ways of interacting with people in a forced sort of way, where you heavily script and practice exactly how you're going to interact with people, and then you're supposed to do it over and over again all day, that was the experience of working there. And every like couple months they'd retrain you with a completely new strategy because they were flailing and losing their minds, because I was working there when Circuit City had just gone bankrupt. So they're like, no, we're gonna be next. Let's see. You look very elegant. Do I know you from yoga? Do you have a minute? That's one way to make them think that you want them to sign something, I guess. I'd like to go down on you right now. Jesus. Let's not go that far.
Hey, excuse me. Can I tell you something really quickly?
Sure.
I just saw you and wanted to let you know that you look really elegant. I love this skirt as well. It's really summery.
Thank you.
This is good because you've given her a nice compliment. It's direct, it's made her smile, and it's made her feel like speaking to you. So it's a nice, confident way to start in the street.
So what's your plans for today?
I'm actually going to the park to feed the squirrels with my friend.
What? Feed squirrels?
Yeah.
And ducks or squirrels?
No, just the squirrels.
These little guys, yeah?
Yeah, we got them to be our friends.
What do you feed them? Like hot dogs?
Almonds?
Almonds?
Yeah.
That's their favourite, is it?
It seems to be.
That's nice. Well, they're really cute, aren't they?
They are very cute.
You like
it's
animals?
Fun. I do.
Nice.
Yeah.
That sounds fun, actually. I never thought of that. But buy some almonds, go feed the squirrels.
You should try it sometime.
Okay.
And what are you doing today?
You do most of the talking? Or just try to kiss her right now? Ask questions to get her to do most of the talking.
Do you live local around here somewhere?
Yeah.
That's nice. And do you spend a lot of time in this area?
I do, yeah.
There's a nice coffee shop just down there. Have you been there?
I have, but I'm going to meet a friend actually, so I need to go.
Okay, what's her name? Is it a he or a she, actually?
In the beginning, the girl actually shouldn't do most of the talking, so you don't want to ask a bunch of questions. You want to make statements and do most of the talking yourself.
Or she left because you were like, that's nice, while looking into the middle distance, completely dead expression, like you don't give a shit about anything she's talking about. Also, she's probably a little worried because a moment ago, she had explained to you what a squirrel was, and you seemed confused.
Yeah, I was just walking. There's a nice park down there, and then I'm going to meet some friends, but I've got like 40 minutes, and that's why when I saw you, and I thought you looked friendly, so that's why I came over and said hi.
Okay.
In the early stages of an interaction, you actually do want to make most of the conversation so that she has a chance to relax, get comfortable talking to you, snap out of the mindset that she was in, thinking about what she's doing and where she's going. So that's the right one.
We might hire some bikes and go riding around the park. There's like a nice spot where they rent out bikes and it's on the lake. And
Yeah, but you ride bikes in that?
Well, I'm English. You know what we do, like the penny farthing and the suit on, and sitting really up straight.
It's very fancy for bikes.
I will change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start touching yourself to get her. Jesus. My God. Yeah, just start ripping his clothes off. Alright, I just feel gross, just in general.
And tell me, what do you do? Because you look a bit artistic.
Well, I actually work in nonprofit.
It's really unfortunate that they don't really pronounce the R's very much.
What
No, I'm
do you
joking,
do?
I'm joking. I work in IT, but
Okay.
no, that's cool. So you're not so focused on money, you like doing good things.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Thanks.
I'm focused on money. No.
That's fair.
Because IT can be creative too, so.
Sure. Yeah.
Asking what someone does is that kind of usual question that we always ask, but in this case you want to make a guess, make an assumption. It makes it a little bit more interesting, and if you choose something to do with fashion or art, it's always a compliment for a woman because it kind of says that she has style.
Meanwhile, there's just multiple women just stacked in the background. We're not going to hear their opinions, which are probably more accurate than hearing a dude explain what a woman wants while a bunch of women just sit around and either read his script or just sit in total silence and don't say anything at all. They just it's just a weird sight. Ask her name, then okay, I have to see this.
What's your name?
Alexa?
No way, you're joking.
No.
That's my name too. I'm Alexa too. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
No, I'm joking. My name's Richard. But it's still good to meet you.
You too.
This is a funny take on it. So of course you need to get her name, and in this case, you followed up the very common boring question with a little bit of a joke. Of course it's important that you can pull it off, say it in a cheeky way, and it's another thing where it's guaranteed to get a laugh, and it's a question that you always need to ask. So it's a great one. Go out and try it.
Oh, it turned out to be the answer.
I actually don't have a lot of free time. I work a lot, so when I'm not working, I like to be outside. I try to be outdoors as much as possible. I actually bike, where you mentioned.
Okay.
I just try to be outdoors.
So you're one of these active people that's always doing stuff?
Yeah, it's hard for me to stay sitting down.
Not couch potato?
Well, every now and then, but in general, no, more active than down.
I'm kind of semi-active. Yeah, like I do some active stuff, but actually I prefer it when, someone else plans everything and they're like, come to this, and I always say yes.
Okay.
But given the choice, I often just chill at home. I like chilling.
I did it kind of as a joke, but admittedly I didn't actually read any of the other options. I just saw that one and was like, I have to see that. Whoa, that's just actual negging from the game. That's distressing. I love how casual you look. I hate girls that always try to look their best, implying that she doesn't look her best. Is the very direct thing. Sell her on one of your hobbies. Sound all important, obviously.
Okay, listen, like I said, I'm meeting those friends, but why don't you give me your number and we can keep in touch, maybe meet sometime?
Sure. There you go.
Cool. Nice one.
Have fun.
You too, see ya.
Well done, you got a fake number. Not good enough.
Listen, what'd you say? Can I have your phone number?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No?
But it was really nice to meet you. I hope you have fun at the park.
Okay. See ya.
After how long did you ask for the number? Way too early.
Look at the face he made when she didn't give the number. Just like disgust, like, what have you done? I've earned you.
Have you ever tried climbing? Like on these walls?
I've heard of it. I've always wanted to, but I haven't yet.
It's very cool. We've got some place that we go to. I've only been like 4 times, but it's really fun. Very good exercise and just really cool. So you should definitely try it.
Yeah, I would like to.
When you're speaking to girls, it's good to be passionate about something, and a good choice is something you love to do, a hobby. Now, why don't you see if you can go out and sell someone on it, make it so that they're smiling like, yeah, I'd like to do that. That sounds great. So it's the right option in this case.
Okay, so you said you like biking and rock climbing.
Yeah.
Any other like outdoor activities?
Yeah, loads of stuff. Racket sports.
Like tennis?
Yeah, tennis and also squash. You know what squash is?
It's the English thing. I don't know.
Most sports were invented in England, obviously, but I think they play it everywhere. It's like when you're usually inside and you've got a wall like in front, to the sides, and in the back, and you can hit the ball like anywhere. And I think it's the best exercise. You're constantly running and
it sounds
it's very cool.
Kind of dangerous, but fun.
No, it's fine. It's fine. The ball is only like that big, so even if it hits you, it's not too bad.
Okay.
You can smash each other with the rackets, but rarely happens. You should try it.
I might sometime. You said you work in IT?
I feel like small balls are more dangerous feeling because they fire around like little bullets, and it's all the force is being exerted over like way less space. I don't know. I've been hit by like tennis balls and I've been hit by like soccer balls before, and one of them hurt a lot more than the other one because one of them's like a little rock and the other one is like, it's whatever. You're a model scout? My god. Alright. I mean, let's just admit this is why people wanted me to play this, right? Is to click on these joke answers.
Yeah, I work in IT, but I'm also an arse model. Look, check it out.
Oh, come on.
Look at that. What do you think?
It's nice.
Good, yeah?
Sure.
Have a touch.
No.
Put your hand on it.
No.
It's fine. Don't be shy. Come on.
I'd rather not.
You can, really. It's okay.
No.
Look, I can touch you. You can
Oh my
touch
god,
me.
no, you can't.
Ooh.
No, you can't.
I could get you a job.
This was going okay until you tried to touch her. You know, a girl is not ready at that time for that kind of sexuality, and you can't really get anywhere by rushing that fast.
That he just sits you down calmly, like to chastise you. Oh boy. Programmer and be passionate about it.
Yeah, I work in IT, and actually I love my job. I think that, you know, people think IT is boring, but at the moment it's like the most exciting field, right, to work in. There's so many cool companies. I really love my job. So happy to go to work every day, and yeah, it's fascinating for me.
That's great.
If you have a job and you think it's boring, that's not important. The thing that you need to do is show that you have passion for something. If you do like your job, even if you think other people are not interested, speak passionately about it, and you can get them to buy in, feel at least the emotion, even if they don't understand it that well. So, you know, don't worry about it being boring. Worry about how you tell others about it, and hope that your emotion will be contagious.
So do you always stop girls in the street?
I mean, that was my question. Like, some of this almost makes sense, where you're like, yeah, like, just try to show passion and just sort of be interesting and not just flat and too cool for school and just boring and detached. But, like, this is a really weirdly long confrontation for somebody that you just, like, randomly stopped. What the fuck?
Well, you know what? There's a special quality I look for, and I would only stop girls if they have that exact thing. So
Okay.
it's quite, you know, something special going on. Do you want to know what it is, the quality?
Yeah, I do.
Well, it's just when the girl just looks like she's dying to be fucked, and basically...
Excuse me?
Yeah, like she's just ready to bang right
No,
there and
that's
then.
vulgar. That's really vulgar.
Vulgar?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
That's totally cool in the game, but in real life, I must tell you that you shouldn't even swear at girls, never mind getting sexual. As a man, you have a responsibility to treat women with respect and always make sure that they feel better after the interaction with you than they did before. No matter how rude they are, they've got a right to be rude, and if they're not rude, then even more reason to be polite and make them feel good.
Oh no, you took it, your explanation got weird. We've got to protect the fairer sex from swear words. We can't swear around them, but they can be as rude as they want. What? What? Not interested in this standard he's applying right now. I mean, there's much more obvious things to criticize about that approach, but he took it into a strange direction. By the way, this game is 10 gigabytes. I just want to point that out. I was like, oh, a quick download, it'll be no big deal. I'm like, oh, right, it's all FMV, and there's actually a lot of dialogue here. So this game is huge for what you would think it is. Let's see. What was the question again? Oh, do you often stop people on the street?
No, not often at all, but I think when I'm single, when I like the look of someone, I figure why not start a conversation, because you never know what will happen.
Yeah.
Could become friends, could date, or just have a nice interaction. Why not, right?
Definitely.
This is the right choice because actually it's honest and it's disarmingly honest. So it's going to take her back a little bit, but it's going to also show that you're telling the truth, that she can trust you, and show that you're confident enough to say that instead of making up some rubbish. So it's the right choice. Well done.
Listen, I live literally on the next street, just over there. So I think no one's home now. We could just pop over there and, hang out at home. We've got some drinks.
No, I'm meeting my friends, and it's a little early to drink.
You can bring them as well. Are they pretty?
No, I mean, well, yeah,
no,
but
they're not pretty.
We're not interested.
Well, they can come. They can watch.
They can watch.
Now, although girls will come back to your house in the daytime if you do things exactly correct, perfectly, it's not something you should try until you're very good with women, to the point where you can read all the signals so well that you know when they're going to say yes to something like that. Otherwise, it just shouldn't be attempted. Otherwise, you'll just get the reputation of being a maniac.
Yes, you just have to build up your women proficiency meter via excessive use, and then you can just get any woman to come back to your place, because as he said, they will come back to your place if you once you're proficient in the middle of the day. Just definitely not even just saying like, oh yeah, it's technically like kind of a possibility. It's like, no, you'll get them, you'll earn them, you'll say the right things. These options, this is an incredibly minor thing. I'm just noticing that the outline changes sizes on the left side of the screen, but doesn't change sizes on the right side of the screen. So on this side of the screen, the outline matches the rectangle, but on these ones, the right side of the rectangle shrinks inward to the left. And that's just a weird discrepancy that I've started to notice. I'm like, oh, it's changing, but it's only sometimes changing. It does not apply to increasing changes. To an increasing test. Coffee?
Listen, I've got a few minutes right now, so do you want to just grab a coffee? What do you say?
Yeah, okay.
Great.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
The very best result in the daytime is to go for the instant date. So that's correct. Well done. If you just leave and get the number, that's okay. But it's much better if you can say, listen, I've got time now. Why don't we do something quickly? Notice that it's just a quick thing, so it's quite easy to say yes to.
There's just the two of them. I love it.
When you stop a girl on the street, you need to be directly in front of her and also leave enough space so that she can slow down and comfortably stop.
Wait, are you just randomly replaying? Oh, you are just replaying old stuff. No, I want you to stop talking. There we go. I just wanted to point out that during that entire replay segment, the two girls that are sitting on the bed, they must have been told to not look at the camera, which is interesting because of course he's staring at the camera dead on the whole time. But I guess they're supposed to not stare at the camera. And like in particular, the girl in the front is really struggling with it. So she's looking in several different directions and just like, she hasn't like picked a direction to stare in for the entire clip. Instead, she's like looking at the wall, then the ceiling, then the floor, then the ceiling, then the wall. Like she keeps looking all over the place really rapidly. It's actually like distracting. I'm like, oh no, she's like, she's fighting it. She's fighting against looking at the camera. It's really an abrupt cutoff. How will you break the ice? Obviously.
So how do you like this place? This place?
Why not? You just got here, Let's just give it a chance. We will have a drink and see who's here.
Hey, girls.
Get out of me.
How's it going, girls?
Get out.
Oh no, it keeps going.
Don't be creepy, it's just not a good way to go, but in the game, cool. Well done. Well done for choosing the creepiest choice in the game.
He made it so much worse. How does he always do that? It was really concerning. I love to watch you go.
So did that guy who went out the other day called you back?
No.
Oh,
Yo, what up, girls?
It's fine.
Hey. Hey.
I like
You
him.
too. Hey. Listen, do you know what I really, really like in a girl?
Surprise me.
My dick. Surprise! Surprise! Happy surprise!
How smart. Does it work?
Does it work? It works very well. Don't need anything. It's ready now to work if you like.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna prove?
Prove it.
Yeah.
maybe.
Show us how it works.
Okay, let's check this out. Look.
Sure.
You ready for a big surprise?
Oh, the big one.
Whoop! Check it out.
Not so big, sorry.
What?
Who is this guy? What's wrong with him? I don't know.
They call me Big Richie and stuff.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I never
But it's-
wanted to hurt your feelings, you know?
I work it as well. Yeah.
No, we're fine, really. Thank you.
Fucked up my confidence, to be honest. You were
Sorry, I didn't mean that, but
Alright, well, this is shit anyway. Thank you for ruining my whole life.
no problem anytime. Bye. Bye. Oh my god. That was fun, at least. The first funny guy in this place.
So that's exactly what you should do. No, it's not. Please never do anything like that. Don't send dick pics. Don't talk about your dick. Don't show nothing to do with your dick until you're in your house or her house after she's agreed to come back with you. She likes you. You've kissed a bit. You know what I mean? Way later, and with everything going really, really well. Otherwise, no dicks.
I feel like I have to give some props there. That scene was like 5 times as long as I would have ever imagined. I imagined it's like 2 lines of dialogue, a shriek, and then it ends. It's like, what have you done? But instead they like fully explored the concept. It kept going on and on and on. It ended in, it had twists. It went in directions I didn't expect it to go in. Like, all right, that was inventive, if nothing else. Oh, this is the business. All right, yep. This is Super Seducer. I'm not. That's a high note, I suppose. And hey, they took charge of the situation. I guess. I don't know. If you want to check this game out, there's a link in the description to the Steam page. Thank you to the developer for sending me a code, because that happened. Thanks for watching the Koi's, guys, and I'll see you next time.